gonna be alright. Yeah. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. Trick Daddy, good job, let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. If you want some, come get some.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to FTW Future Focus. This week is going to be an incredible show. I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and today we are on Weston Protocol, but we do have an extra panel member. And I will introduce her right now. Above me is the queen of Motown Wrestling Group on Facebook, our newest panel member, and she's got a lot to contribute because she is the queen. She is Ty Nickerson. How you doing, dear?
Hello, everybody. That's right, y'all. Bow down to the queen.
Acknowledge her. Acknowledge her.
Hold on, I was just about to do a nice welcome and welcome to the panel. I didn't get to officially welcome you last week, and you just said acknowledge the queen. I'm going back in my corner. I'm not. Yeah, I'm going.
Well, Bobby, that's my job to do the introductions, and I try to hit it out of the park. To my side is the silent but deadly man from Chicago, Illinois, and he has about as much use for women's wrestling as I do for obscure lighting fixtures. He is Marvelous Marcus Buckley. How you doing?
Bye.
Excellent. To my caddy corner up in the side there, the master of wine, women, song, and cigars. And he is a good goddamn handsome man, and he, I believe, just downed some Coors Banquet, which is my favorite stuff. Oh no, it's the Silver Bullet. Yes, what I call werewolf repellent. He is Tony Motown Allen. How you doing?
And also got my my tea as well. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, I've got a little myself, although I am kind of on my last sip. But last but definitely not least, the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, and a former professional wrestler and a damn good promoter, my pal and friend, although he is on Weston Protocol, he is the mastermind Bobby Rogers. Say a quick hello, sir.
Wow.
Good
to be on. I'm going to tell everybody who's going to watch this. Thank you for watching, first of all. And we do appreciate it. We just want more people to watch. So tell your homies, your friends, your enemies, people that you want to hug, and the people you want to slap. Go into the FTW network. Check out this FTW Future Focus.
But just so you know, because Bobby Rogers is at work right now, he'll be dipping in and out. That's what we call Weston Protocol. But hopefully this will be the last week that happens, as Bobby will be getting some relief soon. But let's start the show out proper.
Dip in and out. Sorry, Mom. The man I was, AJ, was here like dip in and out of her. I will put it on AJ like dice.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. We are on the board officially right off the bat before we even get the introductions done. It's becoming a tradition here on Future Focus, but that's all right with me. But if Tony will take over the play-by-play here, we can move on to our first subject.
All right, our first subject is, was Toni Storms promo a direct shot at Cody Rhodes or Triple H? I don't think Bobby is free, no, he's not free. So, Rob, you want to lead off of this one?
All right. I am not too sure about this one. Toni Storms promo kind of went under my radar because I can't stand her gimmick anyway. So it wasn't something that I was really paying all that much attention to, but because it's become such a controversy, I I don't think that it was really I don't think that it was really directed at Cody so much as directed at Triple H, because if it was directed at Cody, she would have mentioned Brandy too, and she really didn't. So even though it kind of flew under my radar, Cody took the time and energy to respond to it. I really don't think he should have, because it was probably more directed toward WWE's management than anything else.
All right, Marcus, what do you think?
I'm like Rob. I feel like I didn't see it because everything with Toni Storm is unwatchable to me. So I did not see it. But only thing I disagree with you, Rob, is she wasn't missing Brandy. She don't want no Brandy.
Shit.
Don't want Brandy.
I would drink Brandy's bath water if I got it.
Toni Storm don't want no Brandy. Nah, so
I want some Brandy.
Nah, but yeah, I didn't see it.
I'm more of a rum fan myself, but that's not important right now.
All right, Ty, what do you think?
I agree with both Rob and Marcus. I don't think Toni Storm was taking shots at Cody. If she did, she would have mentioned both Cody and Brandy. And I don't think she wants to mention Brandy because Miss Storm don't want no smoke with Brandy Rhodes. I'm sorry. Do I think it was directed towards management and Triple H? Absolutely. But I don't think it was directed towards Cody and Brandy, because if it was, she would have mentioned both of them by name. So I agree with Robert and Marcus.
Free?
Yeah, now I'm free.
All right, go ahead, chime in.
I don't see how y'all could see that was directed to Cody. Because she said specifically when she was sitting there, I would not call you out to the ring, Tony, and laughed about it. Triple H didn't call Cody to the ring. Cody called Triple H to the ring. She's a wrestler. Tony calls the owner. Cody's the wrestler, and Triple H kind of the executive. It's a correlation that I don't argue. She didn't mention Brandy because she don't want to know from Brandy. She thought she could run away from Cody because Cody ain't gonna touch her. So yeah, that was directly towards her. Hold on, let me answer this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my take. I mean, I get where Bobby's coming from, but I thought it was that management. I didn't look at that as being a shot at Cody. And let's give Toni Storm some credit. I don't think she's scared of Brandy Rhodes.
Shit.
I don't think she ain't scared.
Shit.
She might go down. She might lose.
Shit.
But I don't think she's scared.
Shit.
I know I ain't scared. I'll go one-on-one with that fine piece of chocolate any day of the week.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I second that motion.
Look, I don't understand why this garnered so much attention from anyone. I mean, it was basically a one-shot deal, and it was all about things that AEW has done many times, which is to do a post-show curtain call. And we've complained about that sort of thing many times on the program, and they're cliched and unnecessary, and I think that the only reason she brought it up was to be a smartass. So to me, it just wasn't all that interesting to begin with.
Let me go ahead and I want to tell you why it was so big. Of course, AEW has been taking shots at WWE for the longest. And WWE has been firing their fair amount of shots back. Don't get me wrong. But when Cody finally gets big, bigger than AEW could ever push it. Okay, and they were everything perfectly. I mean, I'm sorry, the bloodline storyline was the top of the game last year. Period. I don't care what the Young Bucks, how much what they get to try to do whatever. I don't care about. I mean, I'm sorry, Ty, you gonna get mad at me saying this, but Jericho did nothing. Ospreay was just getting there, and to me, Ospreay isn't. I don't know what he could. Daniel Bryan could only carry so many bags of groceries till his arms fall off. I mean, they were the top. That was the top story, and they're mad, they're upset, and they feel threatened. That's what it is. Now, I don't know why they feel threatened because Tony Khan got more money than the Monopoly machine, but they feel threatened. And it's sad to see that because they're getting exposed for a lot of things that they're not doing right. Jay Cargill not trading her right. You know what I'm saying? People not being pushed right. The Young Bucks and their fanatics with the media and things of that nature and their buddies doing stuff. CM Punk punking out Jack Perry, which was a pleasure to most of us. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, wrestlers not taking advice of the which we knew it was a problem, but we didn't know how big of a problem it was. And now you got, them just out clowning him and outperforming him when it comes to certain things. I know, Rob, you might disagree with me on that, but they feel threatened. That's why it's so big. Why would you take a shot at one of the people that helped start you? You forgot that quickly? You forgot that Cody Rhodes was standing right there and started that company with you? Just because he made it big somewhere else, now he's, you're going to make a shot at him? Tony Storm did it up for own personal things. I will admit 100%. WWE back then, when Vince McMahon was in charge, did not treat Toni Storm right. They didn't. I agree, and she took a shot at him because they didn't treat her right too. So it all fits all in one big pit and caboodle. Timeless Toni Storm, we'll get to that later. But it's sad. It's sad. And we really need to call it out when this was a shot. I don't think Triple H and them would even have to worry about it. That just showed how superior they were to them. They showed their own problem.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to chime in with the Toni Storm thing before we move on to Backlash?
Well, okay, Bobby does have a point about a few things there, but because it was Toni Storm and not somebody else in the company, it seems like her own thing and not just something that she was encouraged to do from the rest of the roster. I don't think it's a matter of AEW feeling threatened, although they may be. They may feel threatened by WWE's business tactics overall, but it would have been somebody other than Toni Storm to send that message. So, I mean, Toni Storm may feel threatened and felt compelled to do that, but I don't think the company as a whole.
Okay. And AEW, I mean, they've been taking shots. I mean, more AEW than WWE, but they've both been taking their shots anyway, though. So it's like, for me, it's like, yeah, whatever. That's just my take.
Yeah.
All right. But now we're going to move on to our next subject, which is our Backlash review. Did everybody on the panel get to see the show?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. We're going to kick it off. Oh, let me get my... And I'm going to keep track of ratings. I just thought about that, though. But we're going to kick it off with the very first match of the night. And that match was the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and Randall Keith Orton. Okay.
Dang, he said the government name and everything.
All right, sorry, ladies first on this one. What did you think of this match?
Oh, man. I didn't catch the show, but I caught the highlights of it.
Okay.
Man, this match was It was decent. The beginning, they were all riled up. They couldn't even wait to beat the crap out of each other. When Nick Aldis came out there and said and told them, since y'all want to get your hands on each other so bad, we're gonna make this a no disqualification match. And that's how you actually know Nick Aldis was about business and not on some BS. Which is another reason why I love Nick Aldis as SmackDown's general manager. But what I didn't expect was, who was it? Tangaloa?
Yeah.
Who came out? I didn't expect that. It was unexpected.
Okay. What rating would you give on a scale of 5 to 1? So 5 stars, between 5 stars and 1 star, how many stars would you give this match?
3.75.
All right, cool.
All right.
Bobby, you free?
Yeah, what's up?
The Bloodline versus RKO and Orton. What's your take on that?
I'm so mixed on this match because I liked it at first. I wonder why did it end so quickly, and then all this comes out and makes it a street fight quickly. And the first thing that when all this came out and did that, the first thing that popped in was Jim Cornette in my head. That lazy booking.
Yeah.
That was disappointing as hell. That was very disappointing. They could have made it an elimination match. You know what I'm saying? Last person that eliminated down, and last person, whoever was the last person that gets the pinfall win, or something like that. Could have did something inventive, and you do another street fight. Maybe I'm from the ghetto and I just see too many street fights, but I'm sick of this. This was not good. I was really ready to give this a 3.75 until Nick Aldis did that. And how much I hated that, it went to a 2.0 for me when they did that.
Wow.
Okay.
They went to 3.75 and dropped to a 2.0 once they did that.
All right, I'm gonna go next because I know y'all. You kind of look at lazy booking, and the reason I'm going next because here's how I would love for them to book this. Now, before I tell you my idea for this match and the way they should have this go, I already know good and goddamn well this ain't the direction they're going in. But you know why Nick Aldis made this a no DQ match? Was to bring in the other member of the bloodline because Nick Aldis is your tribal chief.
Mickey James is a lucky girl.
I would have Nick Aldis running the bloodline.
I love you like a brother. How is that dude? That sounds like he should be on Benny Hill. If anybody tribal chief.
Well, he's trying to run the new bloodline, and he's going to be their Paul Heyman.
I don't know, man.
And they have all the power on their side because they got the SmackDown GM running the show, which is why he's making the that he's making because the stipulation favors the bloodline.
You got a point. Because I can't wait till part 2 gets there.
Bobby, were you making fun of Nick Aldis's accent, or were you making fun of Benny Hill just to make a obscure reference?
Both.
Well played. Well played, Governor. Well played. I tip my.
But me myself, I'm
sorry. I don't get how you.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go.
I thought the match was entertaining. I could have did without the no DQ though, but considering that you're bringing in a new member though, that's the way you got to do it though. Which is why I'm like, it'd be so fucking cool if Nick Aldis is actually working with the new bloodline. But I thought it was a decent match overall. Tama coming in wasn't that big. Oh my god, new member moment for me because I'm really unfamiliar with him though. But that's just me personally though. But I love the fact that like the bloodline was red hot. Then it cooled down big time when main event left. And now it's starting to heat up again, though. So from that aspect, I really did enjoy how it's heating up again. I gave the match a 3 myself. Rob, what's your take?
I'm gonna give it a solid 3. It was a good opener, and as much as the stipulation by Aldous coming out gave away the ending like a big red flag, Bobby's right about that. It did basically give away how the match was going to end. It really didn't take away from what it was supposed to be. And I mean, yeah, we've seen WWE do this way too often, but when they do it right, it's at least you know, you can at least deal with it. So since it was supposed to be an exciting open, I'll give it a 3 just so that it is what it is. But it was a decent match. It's just we've seen it before and we knew how it was going to end and they kind of telegraphed it. But 3.
All right, Marcus, what's your take?
You know, I was thinking the same thing Bobby was thinking. I heard, according all in here, that because I agree with him, I don't like starting show off with garbage matches, right? What you want to call them, because it's bad for the rest of the night. And, like if other matches do the same, it's kind of like. Kingston and Ishii did all them damn chops. It just fucked in the pre-show. Like the rest of the night, it's just I was worn out with just seeing the back and forth, chop shit, and I was afraid that was going to happen. So I'm not a fan of starting off a pay-per-view like that. But that being said, I thought it was okay. I would have rather seen them just do a regular match. Personally, is the way I would have went with it. I mean, I think they could have introduced the brother without it being a no DQ or anything like that. Now, I am excited about the prospects. We know where they're going. We're going to see the Usos against God at some point, and so I'm excited at the prospects of that. But I gave it 2.5.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
That's everybody on that. Okay, the next match, I'm gonna kick off the next match, and then Mark is gonna be second on this one. Our next match, and Bobby, you might know why if you remember when we was watching this with Mom yesterday. Naomi versus Bayley versus Timmy Time. I mean Tiffy Time. Tiffany Stratton.
Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
I don't want the wheel. I just want Tiff.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Well, if y'all get Tiffy Time, I want her outfit.
Oh, that outfit was on point.
Oh, you'll get her outfit. I'll throw it right to you. She ain't gonna need it no more.
All right. But this match itself was really, really good. I like these three in the ring together. I thought they meshed really well together. Even that bitch Bayley. But one thing, I'm sorry, Marcus, though, like your boo did the split leg of moonsault, but it's not the prettiest moonsault ever. Not even close. 50 Time was the star of this show. The thing that I'm kind of disappointed with, other than the fact that she did not win the title, was the fact that like Naomi had to do the job again to kind of protect Tiffany. And I said it before and I said it again. Tiffany Time is going to be your next women's Money in the Bank, and that's going to be a great, great Money in the Bank run. And I hope she don't cash that shit in quick. I like the 3D that Naomi and Bayley hit Tiff with. That was one of my favorite spots in the match, though. I really, really enjoyed this. 3 women that could really go. I gave this match a 3.5. Now, the reason I wanted to go first, so Marcus goes second. It's because I wanted to let you know, Marcus, as we're watching this match, my mom kept talking about how much you like Bayley. How much you like Bayley. And you were going to be so happy that Bayley won this match. She thinks that in this match, Bayley is your favorite. Is she right or what, Marcus? Like, are you like, we know how you feel about Naomi, but is Bayley your real boo?
Tony's mom. I like Bayley. I've defended Bayley against your son a number of times, but and pun intended, but no, not even close. No, not at all. Now I think she's one of the top wrestlers, women wrestlers in the world right now in ring and promo. Not her. I'm top WrestleMania 4 because them 6 cheeks and that ring. Oh my God! Wow,
man!
Wow!
I couldn't even tell you because I don't go out here.
Man.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Marcus is on the board.
If dragging on me, damn, you know,
Give me a second. Give me a second time.
What's
I don't know if you have something playing in the background, but I hear the repeat. If we can turn that down a little so it doesn't feedback on the.
I don't have anything on my TV.
That'll be all right.
But I'm gonna tell you, the match itself, I thought it was like one of the few 3-way dances for women that I saw that I actually liked. You know, the first glaring thing to me was that we didn't have any prolonged periods of rest breaks for one of the wrestlers. You know, I can't stand that shit, and I didn't see it. I mean, I thought the women worked well. I thought Naomi and Bayley took some hellified bumps off the ring announcers table, and they it was just a nice flow. It's like they really worked it well together. You know, I think we all knew Naomi was going to do the job because they're definitely going to push Tiffany Stratton, and it's too soon for Bayley to lose the title. So that only left my boo to lose again. So now I don't know if that's punishment for her being gone all that time or what, but the ending seemed kind of rushed to me. You know, it was essentially a roll up cradle type move. You know, so I kind of wasn't happy with the way the match ended, but overall I thought it was really a good match. So I'm fortunately my baby lost again. Overall,
Would you give it? 3? Okay. And it's funny because when you mentioned the ending, how with the roll up and everything, that was actually the moment where my mom thought she was going to be really happy because how much you like Bayley.
Nah, I would have been ecstatic. What surprised me, and oh man, you talk about celebration.
And but you absolutely right. We had 6 wonderful cheeks in that match, man.
Like I said, WrestleMania 4.
Yes. All right, Ty.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus, WrestleMania edition. Oh my God.
Oh, and Mom said, "Really, Marcus?" Yes, Mom. Really.
Yeah. For real.
All right, Ty. What's your take on this match?
I like this match. To me, the match was 4 stars.
Okay.
I think I do agree it is too soon for Bayley to lose the title. The only way for her to keep the title is to let her keep it a little while longer.
Okay.
So like I said, it's too soon for Bailey to drop the title. And Marcus, I'm sorry about your boo thing, Naomi. I feel like they're punishing her for being gone, and it's not fair.
That's a WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was an Impact, they never did her like that.
Yeah.
New era. All right, Rob, what's your take?
This was a very good match. I'm gonna give it 3.5 actually, because they really let Tiffany Stratton shine out here. This match was pretty much all about her, and I understand why they were doing that. It's just a question of whether they're going to give her the chance to shine in the future, or whether this was just a showcase to see whether or not she could handle the spotlight. But if they cut loose with her and let her shine and bring her to the regular roster, then yeah, this was a good way of showcasing her. The only real problem that I had with the match was that they can't really decide what they want to do with Bailey. Do they want to take her back to the hugger, bubbly babyface Bailey, or do they want to keep her as badass don't know how to describe it. Basically, a mix between her heel persona and her face persona. Now that they've grown her hair out, it seems like they're trying to have it both ways now. She was kind of an amalgamation of the two, and I want them to make up their mind. Do you want to keep her badass Bailey, or do you want to like revert her back? So,
I think the problem is they want her to be a babyface, but they don't want the hugger babyface.
Yeah, they don't want her to go back to Sandra D, but they don't want her to be badass no more.
Correct. I mean, that's what so it's not that confused. It's like they're trying to tweak it the right way.
Yeah, and it's not that the match suffered because of it. It didn't. It was just they need to make up their mind which direction they're going to go with Bailey, especially since she's going to carry the title for a while. And I do agree that Naomi got the short end of the stick here, and she shouldn't have, but WWE Creative is vindictive. But I will...
Naomi's been getting the short end of the stick ever since he got...
Exactly, and that is...
in more ways than one.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. But the match itself, the match didn't suffer because of it, so it gets 3.5.
All right, Bobby, what's your take?
Okay, on this match, you're gonna be surprised. I was a little disappointed. I love all three of these girls. Everybody knows I'm an advocate for women's wrestling, but Tiffany looked like she was trying to guess on what to do. She was a step behind on what she wanted to do. And that is not what I'm used to seeing for Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is usually on point on one-on-one matches, getting it, knowing what to do, being in the right position. This one was a triple threat. I think this was a challenge for her because she's not used to doing these scramble matches. And I understand her because I hate scramble matches. You know, triple threats are okay, but they're not that fun. It's just ridiculous. And it does confuse you because you're like, wait a minute, this person's getting up over here too slow. I need to knock them down to make it look right. This person. If we're going to this person do it. What you don't realize in WWE, they'll just get up, fall back down, lay there, look at them, and then they do what they do. So, with that being said, I really think Tiffany Stratton should have won this match. I really think Bailey should have had a short run because she's a tweener. She's not a face. She's not a heel. She's a tweener. That's why this worked. This match kind of worked the way it was. Naomi's the face. Tiffany Stratton is the straight out heel. You can't help but have Tiffany Stratton as a damn heel. And Bailey is the tweener. Bailey could have got away with losing this match and not been hurt. But I think they're saving that occasion for another day. SummerSlam. I think it was Tiffany Stratton to take that title off of her. I just wish that Tiffany was a little bit more crisp because I think this would have been a perfect match almost. But it still was a damn good match, you know. And disappointing me, I can only give it a 4.25 because I think it could have been a lot more better than that. You know, and Tiffany just got to get used to these triple threat matches because that's what WWE likes to do. They like throwing them all in there, and at least it ain't as bad as AEW where it's like 7 to 8 more people, you know. But the triple threat is something that WWE likes to do, and it's like, why? You don't really need to. You should have just had it to where I would have just put it in as Bailey would have been watching, and they would have had to go at it again to find out who faces her later because Tiffany kept cheating. So let's have it. Now, see, this one I would have put as a street fight. I would have had the ladies do a street fight in this one because Tiffany cheated so much. So
But technically, that's our street fights. There's no DQ, no count on triple threats.
Kind of, but you still got that extra person in there. I would have did it to where it's 1-on-1 to make it clear. Okay, she cheats and does something real heinous to get that match with Bailey, or she loses, which I don't think she should have lost because Tiffany Stratton is on a streak right now. She's the hot rocket. You know what I'm saying? She's
well, Bobby, there may have been some spotlight jitters issue here because Tiffany is still a little inexperienced, and this, I think, is like the highest profile match she's ever had in her career. So
I'll tell you what
I can understand.
And you will remember this too. Can I tell you what this reminded me of, and you will remember this? The very first time I did a three-way match. I started to
first way.
What?
Rob remembers your first three-way?
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God. That's a weird road to go down.
Yeah, no.
But no, I see. But yes, I do remember that particular instance.
I was nervous and I was like a step behind because it's a damn three-way. This is your first one. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. But I think once she gets more experience and she gets used to that, she's going to be a lot more crisp. This could have been easily a 5-star to a 4.75 match in my book. Just her stuttering kind of brought it down. So 4.25.
All right. But the thing with Tiffany, though, and the reason why she didn't win it right now, and I mentioned it before, I believe on air, she's the perfect person to be the Miss Money in the Bank. They say when she wins that title, it's going to be a cash in. It's going to be a memorable cash in. It's not going to be a straight one-on-one match. Tiffy time is cashing in on Bailey.
And guess what? I can see that happening, but that's disappointing because she has skills. I want her to wrestle a one-on-one match. She almost loses it, and she cheats her butt off to win some kind of dirty tactic to get that belt. That fits Tiffany more than, I'm going to run in and cash it in like I'm Seth Rollins, only I'm really a woman. You know, no, I'm sorry. It just, no.
I mean, there's a lot of good wrestlers that done it besides Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Edge, like Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio. Like that cash in is usually more memorable for a championship win than a straight one-on-one match. I mean, it's about that moment and that time to shine, and this is your opportunity. And I think Tiffany Stratton is the best woman in that women's division right now that could use that needs that. And that could shine with that. I don't think there's another woman in the division that's not already established that could be Miss Money in the Bank and have that moment like Tiffany Stratton.
Maybe but is she ready for the belt? That's the real question.
Yeah. And the reason why, because she's a heel. She can get away with it as being green as a heel because she can cheat every rip and still keep the belt.
But honestly, though, you can put the Money in the Bank in there and still prep her for that moment too. Like, okay, maybe she's not ready at this moment where they want her to be. But shit, once you get that briefcase, you got some Mania to cash. Well, really, you got a year, but no, you have months to like get her ready. And everybody, the next woman up. All right, next match. Main event, Jey Uso. God, I love this man. Interest. He gets everybody fucking fired up. Versus our world heavyweight champion, Damian Priest. Says, oh, Bobby's not free now. So we're going to actually kick this off with Ty. What's your thoughts on this one?
I agree with Tony. I love main event Jey Uso's intro. He gets everybody pumped, even McAfee. But I low key be worrying about McAfee yeeting off the commentary table when he does it.
He's doing an unprotected.
Yeah, this match, it wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna have to give it a. Oh God, I'm probably gonna have to give it a 4. I'm torn.
All right, cool. Rob, what'd you give it?
I wouldn't exactly go that far with it. I would probably give it about a 3.5. It was on par with the women's title match, and so I'll give it a 3.5 because it was good for what it was, but it could have been better. And I think that I was disappointed in the fact that Jey Uso picked it up for this match and that it outshined the WrestleMania match where he and Jimmy should have torn it up. And for whatever reason, this match took precedent over that. And there's I don't know what it is with Priest, but I'm having an issue with his energy and with his with the way he's carrying the title right now, and the fact that they're trying to turn him babyface at the same time, and like
It's
they're
4.
they're trying to back off on Judgment Day, but they're still holding on to the bloodline. And I've got a problem with that, in that the Judgment Day is to Raw what the bloodline is to SmackDown, but they're trying to de-emphasize one and still prop up the other. And this match really didn't do any of that any favors storyline wise. So I couldn't quite give it a 4. And since the women's match was so good, I have to give it 3.5.
All right, Marcus, what's your take?
Wow, you guys like this match way better than me. I gave it 2.5. First of all, for me, that yeet no yeet bullshit went on way too long.
Oh God, yes.
For my taste. And then there was moments where it seemed like Jay was selling for so long. It looked like Priest was saying, "All right, we come on, get your ass up." Because I mean, a couple of times he just looked like it's like, "Okay, come on, I'm waiting, get up." So the match just wasn't as crisp as I thought it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you 100%, Rob. Damian Priest is not a babyface, as far as I'm concerned. He looks 100% like a heel. That's why, to me, it didn't work for him when he came up with NXT and they made him a babyface. He looks nothing like a babyface. He doesn't talk like a babyface. He doesn't carry himself like a babyface. He needs to stay just a badass heel for me. So I gave it 2.5.
All right. I gave it a match of 4. I did enjoy it. And part of it is like it exceeded my expectations. I did not have any kind of high expectations for this match whatsoever, just because how I feel about Damian Priest as the champion. And then, like Rob said, like main event Jey Uso wrestled a main event match this match, unlike WrestleMania and what should have been like his WrestleMania moment. Like brother versus brother, we get once every 15 years. And the level that those guys were on, that was, and I'm not huge on the the Hearts. Like I really could have done without Brett versus Owen. I'm sorry. When they did that, I could really done without it.
Wow.
Really?
I didn't like Owen. Now I know that's almost like bad to say after this tragedy, but I did not like Owen at all. He was annoying as fuck to me, and Brett had no personality, so I really had no desire to see that match back then whatsoever.
Wow.
The Hardys I did enjoy. You gonna like this tie? I thought the wrong Hardy won. I really did. Like in my opinion, Jeff should have beat Matt.
I agree. My boo Jeff should have beat Matt.
But this match was by far the worst brothers match in the history of Mania, and not even close. So for him to come back and perform like this a month later, hats off to him for this match, but very disappointing for the previous match though. And what they're trying to do with Damian Priest, that ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna sell me on transgender Undertaker in the babyface. Just not happening. He doesn't have the personality for it. I am disappointed they are trying to split the bloodline up, and I'm not sure if that's because Rhea Ripley is
Judgment Day.
I mean, split them up maybe.
See,
because like you said, Rob, I mean they weren't every bit on Raw what the bloodline was on SmackDown, and honestly, as a faction from top to bottom, I think Judgment Day is a better faction. I mean, they did a hell of a job developing Dominic into a legit wrestler. Rhea Ripley became a star in this. Then found something there. Like I just think as a faction, this was a better faction.
Well, Judgment Day certainly has more personalities too.
Yes, I mean Judgment Day wasn't just surrounded. I mean, even though Rhea Ripley dominated, but there wasn't a faction just focused around Roman Reigns. So as a faction, I really thought they were better though. But I gave this a 4 though, and I think Bobby is still working though. So we're gonna get his take when he's free on this match and the next match.
Mm-hmm.
But the next match is our women's tag team match, and we're gonna let Ty kick this one off. The Kabuki Warriors defending their women's tag team titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Ty, what's your take?
5-star match.
Wow.
Okay.
Definitely a 5-star match.
All right, cool.
Wow.
All right, Marcus, what's your take?
I don't even know how to follow it. I'm scared. First of all, there were way too many botches as far as I'm concerned. I can't wait to hear Bobby's take because I know what's my untrained eye. I know what I saw, but I'm curious what Bobby has to say. I mean, from what I saw, Jay still ain't ready for prime time. I'm sorry, Jay. You got a long way to go, and you stay in these tag matches. The botches that I saw looked like they were wrong. You know, like with that overhead press, she tried to do the Kari. She fucked that up. There was a couple other matches. I mean, botches that I saw that looked like Jay. I don't know, but I you know, Jay still has a long way to go as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I really hope that she gets there because, I mean, I want to be a fan of hers, but right now, as far as I'm concerned, she just can't wrestle as of right now. But we'll see moving forward. I thought the match was, I gave it a 2, and I struggled with that because, I mean, I'm just happy that 2 black women won tag team titles, but the match itself was a botch fest, so I gave it a 2.
All right, I'm gonna go real quick, and because Rob and Bobby are both in the business, I'm a little in between you guys, between you two on this. One thing I 100% agree with Marcus on is Jay does not seem ready, which is a shame. I like how they use her. I mean, because Bianca is definitely the carrier on this team. I mean, Bianca is definitely gonna carry them. But they bring her along slowly, and the tag team thing is definitely going to be good for her. But I don't feel like Jade's ready. Like the way I look at Jade now, is like completely different than how I looked at her in AEW. Like I didn't look at her like this in AEW. Like in AEW, she was the shit, and here it's like I don't know. And I'm not, and I also kind of feel it. And I wanted to go first because you guys, like Rob, you in the business, Bobby, you in the business. I want to go first because this is my like Marcus said, untrained eye. I almost feel like Jay's not as confident in the WWE as she was in AEW, and I think that could be part of the thing that's holding her back. Her when she hit the Jaded on Kairi Sane, the way she did it, I mean, they had a lot going on in it, and I know it wasn't as crisp as it probably should have been. But for me, that was pretty fucking impressive. I really enjoyed that move. I know a lot. I've seen people kind of shit on it and say that like it wasn't as crisp as it should have been, though. But I really thought that was a pretty good move, though. But I do agree with Marcus. I don't feel like Jade is there. It could be a confidence thing too. That's why I kind of want to see what the fellas think on that. But I enjoyed the match thoroughly, and I'm very happy that they won. I gave it 3.5.
Is Bobby free?
Yeah, I'm free. Let me go ahead and go before somebody walks in here.
Yeah.
The confidence level is what you're talking about. I get you. Because she realized that she's there and she's swimming with sharks. These girls are badasses in that division. WWE has developed this stuff to be, she knew she was superior in AEW. Now,
yes.
not so sure.
And it's in that it's showing.
That doubt is showing. But what time she's going to work that out? They're working hard like they're supposed to. She is doing what she is supposed to. The things that she's doing right now is actually more advanced than where she's supposed to be at right now, to tell you the truth. So I do see the progression. I do see that. She has to get that stagemanship up. She has the moves down. She has to get the stagemanship up to get people interested. This is why I say the difference between FTR and the Young Bucks. FTR got that stagemanship. Young Bucks just do moves. And that's where Jade is right now. She's just doing moves. I will say this. It's going to be a long road, but I give this one a 3.25.
Okay. Before you go, what rating did you give Damian Priest and Jey Uso? Never mind. I think it was awesome. All right, go ahead, Rob. What's your take?
Okay, well, I am going to rate this a little bit higher. I'm going to give this 3 3/4, 3.75. It was a really great match, and it was set up like a classic tag team match. All the time that I was watching this, I kept getting flashbacks of Hawk and Animal versus Arn and Tully.
Okay.
I was getting those vibes. Not that they were like performing a tag match on that level, but that's what they were going for, and it was working. As far as the problem with Jade goes, I think that it's less of a confidence thing and more of an experience thing. Because, I mean, WWE's women's division is a whole lot thicker than AEW's. And they gave Jade...
I don't know, Rob. I've seen some of the asses AEW. They pretty thick there, too.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I'm sorry. Some of them look like rails that I'd skateboard on. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, there's some skateboarders in WWE too, though. But man, sometimes Tony Khan, he recruits on your ass, though. He brought some bitches in there because they got a nice ass.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God.
And I don't say this often, but when it comes to your recruiting tactics, Tony Khan, thank you.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, my point is that Bobby is right in that Jade probably does not have the confidence that she did in AEW, but that's more about WWE's not quite trusting her yet the way that AEW did, rather than like they're being granted, the roster is more numerous in WWE and they've got a bigger division, but they may not trust Jade because she's technically an outsider at this point. She needs to be like put in and teaming her with Bianca and giving her the tag belts to see how she handles it is going to be part of that experiment. But they used her correctly in this match. Bianca played her part to a T, and the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka and Kairi Sane put Bianca and Jade over like hell. They were definitely playing their part like Tully and Arn because they sold like hell for both of those.
When you made that
girls.
comparison for the Road Warriors versus Tully and Arn, that's what I was thinking.
Absolutely, and that's why I gave it 3.75 because the Kabuki Warriors were on point the whole match long. Jade was the hot tag, and that was completely appropriate. And it had its elements of clunkiness, like Marcus said, but it was still a pretty decent match. So 3 3/4.
Can I say something wrong? Can I say
Yeah.
something wrong? Thank you for saying it, because I could not say it because I had somebody walk in here. But thank you for giving the Kabuki Warriors their props, because people don't realize it's not always the person that's giving the offense, it's the defense also that counts in a match. Thank you for pointing that.
And it was the perfect big team versus little team match.
Yeah.
Kairi and Asuka flew for those girls, and it made the match what it was.
I just got to say this, though. I'm sorry. I just enjoyed that catch out of midair by Jade Cargill. Oh my God. That was lovely.
I thought it was great. I mean, some people gave her shit for that. I was thoroughly impressed with that catch and the way she changed it and hit the Jaded. I thought it was great. I love that spot.
Tony, we know who's hating on that. We know who's hating on that. And why do we give them any type of credibility? Why even give them a spotlight? Let them hate in their own basements because they don't have Jurgen Slotin, and let them be on their own. I mean, I'm sorry. These people that's hating on Jade Cargill is getting on my nerves.
Do you think should be used?
Busting their behind. And even the women that are and oh my goodness, Jade Cargill, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we'll let you keep going about your business because you know nothing about wrestling. I just had to say that, but thank you, Rob.
Okay. Ty was trying to say something, so kind of let her in here for a second. What were you trying to say, Ty?
Jade had the confidence she did in AEW. Do you think she'd be properly used in WWE?
Who, Jade?
Yeah.
She already came with a popularity thing behind her, so all they got to do is boost it. The problem I have is when she runs across a Tiffany Stratton. That's when I think that Jade is gonna get crapped on a little bit. And we know the reasons why, unfortunately. Even if Jade learns everything under the book and becomes, a tall Tessa Blanchard, we already know why. So, that's the one thing I will agree with Rob on. I have no confidence in WWE about. So,
but one thing I would say though, like Jay's time, I don't think Jay was misused in AEW.
No,
Jay became a star.
He
was trained in AEW, but they booked the out of her. They made her a superstar.
But see, I gotta disagree a little bit because they kept her in that secondary role. They never gave her a push for the main title.
And she was way better. I mean, think about it. They gave the Bunny main spots, but not Jade Cargill. Give me a break.
I mean, even if she didn't win it, she never even got a shot at it. That was terrible.
Well, see, they might have known that she was on the way out. That might have been a contributing factor as well.
But then you make your world champion look strong by beating her and ending the streak.
Well, yeah, but look, AEW does have its problems in the women's division. That is one of their major flaws.
I mean, they didn't put her in the main title picture though, but Jay was still the biggest star in that women's division though.
Right,
true.
Which I asked, why she's not even in the world title picture? Exactly.
Well, because they may have thought that she was going to leave, and that's why they did. But still, AEW does have a problem with their women's division, but they are improving, though. If you saw Dynasty and Dynamite this past week, the women's division is improving. So
this ain't prediction. A spoiler alert. That's why my moment of the week was on Dynamite.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. We're going to move. Oh, before we move on, though, I did want to point this out, too. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, though, but here's one thing I loved about Bianca and Jay winning the tag team titles. They both lost their titles like the same weekend or like within a week of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool that considering they lost their titles run, they both had really long title runs. They both lost their titles around the same time. And here they are, your World Tag Team Champions. So I thought that was pretty cool. Our next match is Cody Rhodes versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. We're going to kick this one off with Rob.
Okay. This one I'm going to give 4.5. It definitely earned it. Cody couldn't have asked for a better opponent for his first major title defense. And this match encapsulates everything that WrestleMania 40 should have been. This match exposed the fact that Mania 40 was bad and Backlash, like in general, Backlash made WrestleMania 40 look terrible. Both nights. Night 1 was mediocre. Night 2 was terrible. Backlash was a good show and a step in the right direction, and this match proves it. They got to do more of this and less of that. Because, I mean, with all of the garbage and the celebrities and the fillers stripped away, Backlash in general was a much better show than the dumpster fire from last year, and it left Mania 40 in the dust. And most of that, like about 50% of that, was the delivery of this match. And you could see the raw skill of both of these guys, and I just ate this match up. So 4.5 for me.
All right, I'm going to go next. Because I agree and disagree with you, Rob. I give it a 4.5 as well. I thought this match was incredible. I'm not going to say that Backlash shitted on WrestleMania 40 because I thought WrestleMania 40 was a good show. But I think WWE, as far as WrestleMania goes, and Tony Khan and AEW can take notes from Backlash. Because sometimes less is more. We had, 12, 13 matches between 2 nights on Mania. We had 5 matches on this card and it was phenomenal. Both of them can learn from this card. We don't need a lot of filler matches for a good card. Give me 5 good matches. You might be able to throw one more here. I don't know. This card is really good with the 5. To me, 6 match pay-per-view is good. I'd rather have quality over quantity. So I think both of them, because AEW does that same shit too. They live on 2 or 3 really good matches for a pay-per-view, but they threw a lot of filler shit in there as well. They can cut out some of their matches too. Both companies can learn from what they did at Backlash.
We can agree on one thing, Tony. Professional wrestling thrives when it is left alone to do what it does in the ring and entertain that way. When you strip away all of the extras, no matter what you consider filler, when you strip away the filler, it's the best stuff in the world.
Yeah. I mean, less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. I agree. I would love to see strippers in wrestling. That would be wonderful.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you want bra and panties to come back?
No! Thank you
Is that
for
what
joining
you said, Bobby?
Not on a permanent basis. No, maybe a one-off
Oh my God.
or two-off, however I feel. But
It got a bit too off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Miss Nickerson, I apologize for the buffoonery and chauvinistic behavior of our panel today.
Oh, come on. I mean, Ty been running the group for so long. She this shit ain't that right, Ty.
Exactly. All the chauvinistic stuff, y'all say that's not new to me. I'm not surprised. Y'all put up with me getting my lady boner freak off. I gotta put up with y'all chauvinistic comments in a good way.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Ty gets one on the board.
Hey, we believe in equality.
Oh my God. Wow, this is going to be a fun addition to the FTW Future Focus.
All right.
Oh.
Marcus, what's your Bobby, are you free?
Finally.
All right, before you give your take on this match, what'd you rate Damian Priest and Jey Uso?
Yeah. 2.7.
2.75?
2 3/4, yeah.
Okay.
No, 2.5.
Oh, 2.5. 2.5.
Okay. All right, and what'd you think of Cody and AJ?
Boy. If this was a steak, this would be my ribeye. Finger looking good. I ain't talking about KFC.
You talking about Naomi?
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love my chocolate. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to a wrestling match, you talking technicality. This was the epitome of technicality. This showed who are the best ones out there. I got to cut it short. My thing is 4.75, and I wish I could give it more, but that's what the grade is, 4.75.
All right, Ty. What's your take on this one?
Oh, the combination match? I loved it. This match. So I have to give it a 4.25.
What was your rating? 4.25? Okay. Yeah, your feedback getting real bad over there.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Maybe I'm in a different. Maybe I have to do a different room.
Someone may be bumping against your microphone somehow. I'm not sure. It may your microphone may be bumping against something. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's a little better.
A little better, yes. A little better.
Okay.
All right, Marcus, what's your take?
I also give it 4.25. I really hope that Christian was watching this match because he's supposed to do the same thing for Swerve on Wednesday that AJ did for Cody today. This is how you make a newly crowned world champion look great in their first title defense. I mean, AJ did his job to perfection. This was a great match. It was great back and forth. These two guys, I don't know how many times they wrestled previously, but they looked like they were very familiar with each other. I thought the match had a very nice pace to it. Even with the death spot. Everything was good. I really enjoyed this match. This is like one maybe a first, maybe the second or third best match WWE had so far this year. I just really enjoyed it. Don't really have nothing bad to say about it. 4.25.
All right, cool. Now, before we move on to our next segment, I just want to give a quick rundown. There was only 5 matches, but they the only one. This match was the only one that did better than the women on this card. Our average rating on this one was 4.45. Our second highest rate was Naomi versus Bailey versus Tiffany at 3.65. And then after that was Kabuki Warriors versus Jade and Bianca at a 3.5. So those are your top 3 matches. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso was 3.3. And the Bloodline versus KO and Orton was 2.85.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move into the You Tapped Out of the Week in wrestling. And we are going to go to the father of the tapped out, which is Marcus. What is your tapped out moment of the week?
My tapped out moment of the week was this stupid ass draft that they keep doing. This draft makes no sense. You look at, I know why they did it. They're competing with the NFL, particularly night 2 of it. But you have fucking Bianca Belair being your first overall pick. God's sakes, come on. And then
wait. Here's the craziest part about it. They said Bianca was the 3rd woman ever to be the number 1 pick, along with Becky Lynch. And wait for it, guys. Kelly.
Oh God, see, if they're going to do this draft, it should be the same thing when they do their old school shows. It should be like every 3-4 years. They don't. This draft was totally underwhelming. Everybody pretty much has been on Raw. They've been on SmackDown. It's not a big deal. We know in a few months it's not going to matter anyway. They're gonna show up when they want to show up on whatever show they want to be on. So it's like, who really gives a fuck? Why are they really doing it? It serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
If they committed 100% to the brand split, and if there were some actual rules to the damn draft, then it would matter. But Marcus is 100% right. The draft is a complete gimmick. It's just an excuse for them to shuffle people from one show to the other willy-nilly. It makes no damn sense. They either need to make rules and stick with it, or just drop the whole damn thing.
Well, the only rule I did like was the fact that champions can't be drafted. That's the only thing I liked about this year's draft.
Yeah, and the draft order just made no sense of why CM Punk was the 3rd pick on Raw. Stop it. Let's just really. I could go on and on about it.
Yeah, the whole thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a huge tap out for me. Was the draft.
Now Bobby is pissed about the CM Punk pick because he felt he should have been number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought so as well.
I don't think it matters. The NFL's draft has rules. WWE's draft is just for them to have something to screw around with the Titantron on.
But I did think it was kind of funny that they had the draft going on during the NFL draft. Yeah. That was just me. I just thought that was kind of funny. SmackDown's draft was the NFL draft. All right, Ty, what is your tapped out moment of the week?
All right, y'all. My tap out moment of the week has to be the Elite jumping my side boo, Kenny Omega. Why? Because I've been waiting so long for my side boo to return to AEW, and he did. And then it all went good until the Elite. And the worst part about it was, y'all jumped them on the stretcher. What were y'all thinking? what would the Bucks and Whack Perry thinking? Jump. Also, I do agree with y'all WWE draft. It will work out smoothly. Either they need to have rules or just don't do it at all.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Yeah, my week is the elite jumping my side.
Well, I got to get one of the best promos.
What was that, Marcus?
I said,
He was
Omega credit. That was the best promo I've ever heard him cut.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Omega did cut a good promo, and the reason, the setup here is obvious.
Yeah.
We know where this is going to go. Omega is going to take Tony Khan's place on TV, and it's going to be EVP versus EVP, and they're going to have an authority figure showdown because Omega is not cleared to wrestle yet. But I do agree with Ty. They did kind of overblow that whole damn thing.
I'm sorry, I don't. I see him as a believer. I need, drift away from him and just have him. I like Okada as a face more than I do as a heel because Okada as a heel is just not. I like him better as a face than I do as a heel. He's not believable.
Yeah. All right. I'm actually going to go next with my tapped out. Only not for the same reasons, but my tapped out was the same as Ty's. It was the Young Bucks, the attack of that whole segment. I mean, they did with Tony Khan. Honestly, I have not been a Young Buck hater, but I'm just fucking sick of them. It's like they sucked the life out the show. Dynamite was one of the better Dynamites this past week, but it's just like they sucked the life out the show. Every time they came out there, I'm just sick of the Young Bucks. And I get what they're doing. I get they're trying to make them the evil authority figure. And like Rob said, we know where it's leading, though. And even though it's leading to that, it's not good.
Well, we've complained so much about them not doing storylines, and now they're doing storylines, but now everybody's upset that they're doing storylines because we don't like their storylines. So the one hand washes the other here.
I'd rather for them not do storylines in this shit.
But see, the problem is we just saw it done well with The Rock, and see. Yeah. And see, that's the problem.
I wouldn't exactly go well.
Well,
I would call it no. Everybody but me, I know, but exactly. I would never call what they did with The Rock well. I would call it like medium rare at best.
That shit was money.
Yeah, exactly.
So is the Shetland Pony Show in Tijuana. That makes money too, but that doesn't make it good.
Well, the Rock shit was good.
Yeah.
Much better than the Vince McMahon shit that old girl had to endure.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Tony, that was kind of crappy.
Yeah, that was nasty. Oh my God.
All right, Bobby, since you're free, what's your tapped out?
What on AEW don't I want to tap out? Good Lord. I mean, there's so much tapping going on in AEW to it sounds like a Gregory Ass concert. I mean, it's
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I mean,
oh my God.
I gotta say the Young Buck story is the most ridiculous, pompous, ignorant, stupidest, dumbest, idiotic, my ex-wife included, type thing that's going on today. I'm sorry, and I know I pick on these guys a lot, but let's just be real. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Come on, man. This show, you're gonna dump Omega, and you're gonna be fighting Omega because you're upset because you want to take over the company and be bad EVP. This is a headache. This is a waste of time. This is a waste of Tony Khan's money. This is a waste of people's time that's watching this crap. You have people like Wardlow. You have people like FTR. You have people like that that should be getting over in that company. And we're dealing with these two idiots that want to sit up here and play games. And don't get me wrong, I got a newfound respect for Omega after a lot of things he said. Newfound respect. And I even said I thought it wasn't Omega, I thought it was these two idiots. And I am correct. It is these two idiots. They need a size 18 boot somewhere where the sun
3.
don't shine.
3
Okay.
idiots. You're forgetting. You're forgetting Jungle Bitch Whack Perry.
You can't forget Jungle Bitch.
Well, you can go on and say 4 really because you got Hangman Page too.
Nah, it's right now it's them 3. I do agree with Ty though. Like,
I'm sorry, I that's what tap out is the Young Bucks again.
all right,
They need to go.
But Rob, I will say this before you go though, because what you said is definitely on point though, because a lot of people have like shit on the bus for not being involved in the storylines. But man, be careful what we ask for.
Well, I mean, they're trying. AEW is turning things around as far as organization is concerned.
No, here's one thing.
For better or worse.
Because, I mean, here's one thing me and Bobby disagree on, though, because I think a lot of this is Tony Khan, though. Like, from the release of the videotape and everything, like, I think Tony has got this idea for the Bucks, and it's shit. It has gone downhill since the viewing of the CM Punk footage. And I know Bobby puts that on the Young Bucks. I put that on Tony Khan.
Tony Khan approved it, and so the Bucks stop at that desk. But I mean, look at the rest of the company, though. It's starting to congeal in a more organized fashion, and other than the fact that we hate the Young Bucks personally, if it was anybody but them, then we'd be praising them for the storyline. So,
but honestly, Rob, I have never been a Buck hater though. Like I may disagree with some of the stuff, but I've never come on here like
because we've seen the authority figure thing before. That's the problem with it. We've seen that crap before. Yeah. It was done to death for 20 years in WWE, and they're doing it now in order to answer the criticisms that we laid on them for years.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, be careful.
It's an overreaction.
It really
no, it's not an overreaction. They should have an authority figure there, but it should not be the Young Bucks in real life. They should have nothing to do with the business.
It shouldn't be Omega. I buy the Young Bucks as asshole heels with trying to push Jack Perry, but they needed somebody else besides Omega in the babyface authority figure position. They needed somebody like Flair. They needed somebody like Sting. They needed somebody like Jake Roberts. Somebody who could like really tear into the Young Bucks and Perry. Omega is too much of a friend.
But here's one thing I did agree with though is like Okada has no business in the elite. Okada is like a fucking square peg in a round hole. Like,
give him a chance. He may end up being the enforcer type thing, silent but deadly.
Check this out. First of all, Okada had more chances than a Monopoly board. I'm sorry. He's done. All right. Now, when you start talking about an authority figure, yes, I agree with Flair. But I think the most shocking thing they can do is they can have somebody that comes out of nowhere and lay into everybody. That's why he needs to hire me to do it. I lay into everybody. I'd lay into everybody.
like I said, Bobby, I would enjoy you booking as opposed to anybody else, WWE or AEW. I would love to see that.
No, but realistically, here's what Tony Khan should have done. Because I did my research for one of the segments we got coming up. Do y'all realize Sting was like the number 2 merch seller in AEW last year? Right behind AEW. Sting's over. Sting's undefeated. Sting should be the fucking authority figure in AEW.
Bring back main event Mafia Sting with the sunglasses and the suit. Yeah. Perfect.
Yes.
But see, the thing is, with Sting want to do something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
He said himself, he can't think of much less that he would want to do. So I could be a Sting call that he may not want to do that.
True.
I mean, and we'll never know if it was ever offered to him or not, though. But yeah,
that's why Tony Khan needs to hire me.
All right, everybody went for tapped out, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Bobby, go ahead with your moment of the week.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't get my tap out.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you were gonna go for me, but
okay.
Right,
real quick, my tap out. Yeah, my tap out moment of this week was the screwing of Minneapolis. The fact that WrestleMania 41 is going to take place in Vegas after all of the hype they gave for a WrestleMania in the Midwest finally really pisses me off. And again, I know you guys think that WWE is like doing this big corner turn and making this big change, but this is an old school Monopoly era WWE move by screwing over Minneapolis, Minnesota. After all of the build up to it, we thought it was a done deal, but then because it's Minnesota, they shifted the whole thing to Vegas. And they've been doing this for damn near 20 years now. We haven't seen a WrestleMania in the Midwest since I think Mania 22. Chicago was the last WrestleMania that took place in the Midwest.
Not only that, Rob, you remember, I don't know if you remember though, but we were supposed to get Royal Rumble here last year.
Yes, Lucas Oil got screwed out of the Royal Rumble.
No. Because you know I was in on that. That was not Indianapolis. I mean, that was not WWE. That was the city of Indianapolis that screwed that up.
Well, you might be able to argue that. I mean, in general, the Midwest has been getting screwed over for 20 years for WrestleMania. It either goes to the South or it goes to the coasts, and frankly, I'm sick of it, because as much as we talk about WWE making profit, they're leaving a lot of money on the table by leaving the middle of the country out of the supposed grandest stage of them all. So that's my tap out moment.
The Midwest is a strong wrestling footprint between like Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Indianapolis. Like, it's a very strong footprint for wrestling.
But yeah, I mean, it just WWE doesn't mind leaving money on the table as long as it's money they don't want, which is another major complaint that I have about WWE still. As much as Backlash was a step in the right direction, there's still a long way to go, at least with me.
All right. I think we lost Bobby this time, so we're going to leave it on you, Rob, for your moment of the week.
Well, my moment of the week is very simple. It was Cody versus AJ. Main event of Backlash, and I've already partially explained why. Backlash, to my mind, was a much better show than Mania 40. It stripped away, especially that main event. Cody versus AJ was everything that Cody versus Roman wishes it could be, with all the extracurricular crap stripped away. We get two guys, one title, nothing but destiny and skill between them, and that's what I want to see. So Cody versus AJ was my moment.
All right, Ty, what's your moment of the week?
My moment of the week definitely has to be Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill winning the tag titles.
Definitely. I mean, those two women lost their titles right around the same time, and they both hit the top at the same time. Definitely a great moment.
They both deserve it. I do hope they give Jade and Bianca a good tag team title run. We got to keep the streak of Black champions going. Trick Williams is a champion in NXT. Athena is the longest reigning women's champion in Ring of Honor. We got to keep the momentum going.
Swerve.
I do hope they.
Don't forget
Swerve too. Yep, can't forget Swerve. So I'm happy for Bianca winning the tag titles. So that's my moment of the week.
All right, cool. Marcus, what's your moment?
My moment of the week happened in the women's title match, and it made me want to be a female wrestler for about 15 minutes. Was when Naomi twerked on top of Tiffany Stratton's head. Oh my God!
Thank you for
Man.
joining us on FTW.
I said, if I could only be a woman wrestler, even just for a short time. Oh my God, that just made, without getting too graphic, that's my moment of the week. Just you all saw it. You saw it, so y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, we do.
Man.
Bobby, you free? All right, go ahead with yours.
Mine is the same as Ty. I'm sorry. I love seeing them get the championship. I'm proud for Jay Cargill. Congratulations. I'm proud for Bianca for doing her thing. I actually wish, though, that they would have did it differently and had them as a trio, Jade, Naomi, and Bianca, and actually have Naomi and Jade be the tag bearers, and then have Bianca get that world championship again. That's what I was hoping. But hey, can't complain about this. 5-3 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Meatloaf is delicious.
Oh, God, it is. Especially moms.
So is thick chocolate that can do splits.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Marcus will agree with me.
Absolutely. Some devil's cake.
I'm not even gonna. No. No.
All right. My moment of the week,
not
some of y'all. It was the Willow Nightingale Sky Blue match on Dynamite. I'm not really, I mean, and Marcus, you're the same way. I'm not really big on like gimmick matches for women, but these two did a good job. I'm not a Willow Nightingale fan like Bobby is. I mean, like you would lick her asshole clean.
Thank you for joining FTW Future Focus. That was certainly not clean. Holy crap.
But I'm getting a lot more respect for her. But Sky Blue, oh my God, that woman is a future star. She needs to go to WWE. She does need to go. Now, Sky Blue was damn good in this match. Sky Blue was excellent in this match. That bump at the end through the barbed wire table, she took that shit like a goddamn champ.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Massacre match page?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that match.
Me too. I love that match.
Yeah.
I got it wasn't bad for it was bad for a women's hardcore.
I like Willow.
But for the women, though, I thought they did really good. It was both of them and everything. And I thought Sky Blue looked excellent in this match as well. have a newfound respect for her as well. I mean, shit. Fuck Julia Hart. I mean, Julia Hart got the character and everything, though, but Sky Blue got the in-ring ability that Julia Hart is lacking. So I give both these women are my moment of the week, though, because them two together in this ring in that match was fucking magic. If it wasn't for them two, we would have had 3 votes for Chocolate Thunder winning the tag team titles.
I really wanted to vote for them too. But I can only choose one. You can only choose one.
If it wasn't for this match, I would have picked Central Chocolate.
Oh. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. I'm just going to get it out of the way.
Rob, you know Central Chocolate is good. I'm sure you had it before.
No comment. I'm not going to discuss my escapades on the air. Thank you.
All right. But we're going to move on to the next one. It's our top 4 wrestlers with a twist. Bobby, okay, he just muted, so he might not be free. So what this is, okay, do you want to, because I know this is your segment, do you want to introduce it? You go first?
Yeah, the top 4 wrestlers. We always talk about the wrestlers. Well, this is going to be today's wrestlers right now that we're going to discuss. But it's with a twist. There's certain stipulations towards them. There's certain additives to see who will be the top 4 in certain categories. The first one we're going to start off with, though, is the top 4 wrestlers that you would have for in-ring ability. Which top 4 wrestlers of today would you say would have the best in-ring ability? Ty, go first.
No, why don't you go first while you're free?
Ice free, I forgot. Sorry.
Ice freeze, master.
I'm as free as a bird now. And I am not Michael Hayes.
I'm doing the helicopter right now. No, I was going to go. I'll go because I want to get some people in here.
Okay.
My first one is Jonathan Gresham. He is not looked at all, and it's a shame because the man is a technical genius. That man, I'm sorry, him and Daniel Bryan could probably throw on something better than him and Will Ospreay. I'm just being 100% real. Jonathan Gresham is one of the best wrestlers there is, period. And I'm sorry, if people don't like it, they can kiss it. Next guy, technical ability. Of course, you can't help but say Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson or whichever way he wants to put his name in. Technical ability out of the world. This man can put on some holds, some moves that just gives you the shivers. Third is Ricochet with his aerial ability. And number 4, which I'm going to have to explain a little bit later because I got somebody walking in, would be, yes, you're going to look at me like I'm crazy when I say this, but it's the truth, Jordan Grace. Yeah. Better than Okada and all of them, but I'll be back to explain that.
Okay. Of all the women, okay, cool. Ty, what's your top 4?
My top 4 has to be Jordan Grace, the Juggernaut. My second pick would probably have to be Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon.
Good pick.
Number 3, Jonathan Gresham. He's kind of overlooked, in my opinion. Mastermind did say he wasn't looked at. I guess you could say he was not looked at. So I guess you say he's underlooked.
Okay.
And my last pick has to be Ricochet.
Okay. So you and Bobby on the same page. I see that. I see you. Only thing he was missing was Dragunov. All right.
Gotta give some respect.
All right, cool. All right, Marcus, who you got?
Okay. My first pick is Brian Danielson. My second pick is AJ Styles. My third pick is Claudio. And my fourth pick, I'm surprised Bobby didn't say this, is Dax Harwood. When you talk about technical ability, very, very underrated. Terribly booked in AEW, and I wanted to say Osprey, but I wanted to give some love to Dax Harwood. So those are my four.
Okay, cool. Rob, who you got?
Okay, I tried to go more across the board here than just WWE and AEW. But number one has to be Brian Danielson. The American Dragon has been involved in like the half of the match of the year candidates in the last 3 years alone. So he's got to be number one for me. Number two, Will Ospreay. Just all around a fantastic performer, has it all, and could be a success any place that he wants to go. My number three is Josh Alexander. That's somebody else that a lot of people sleep on, and he has been like a dominant force in TNA.
Yeah.
TNA and Impact both, and he's like transitioned between the two. Just a fantastic all-around performer that doesn't get enough credit as far as like just being in the wrong place. But yeah, Josh Alexander is definitely in the top four as far as skill. And then you've got Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, where Carmelo Hayes, you give him 5 years and he'll end up maybe on the same level as Josh Alexander. Now, as I love Ricochet, but Carmelo Hayes has a heel factor that Ricochet does not. So that's why he makes this technical list. But yeah, that's my list. Danielson, Ospreay, Alexander, and Hayes.
All right. Carmelo, dude, I struggle. I really wanted him on my list. He was like really number 5 for me. Mm-hmm. And in 2 to 3 years, he is definitely on my top 4 list. He's there. My list, though, number 1, I agree with you, Rob. Will Ospreay. I just got him number 1. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I absolutely love Will Ospreay. He's and today at this very moment, I think he is the best wrestler in the business.
I mean, this whole list right here is like comparing 4 of the best steaks in the world.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like it's not necessarily like because they're the top 4. Mm-hmm. My number 2, nobody mentioned. And like JBL said, if I'm gonna build a wrestler from the ground up, it is Randall Keith Orton.
Okay.
Randy Orton is, as highly decorated as he is, he's still kind of underrated in my opinion. And he's not really underrated, but he is great in that ring. Like his moveset, this way he is in the ring, the man is incredible. My number 3 was Brian Danielson, and most of you guys agree with that, though. So I already have to talk about how great Brian Danielson is. And my number 4, fuck you, Marcus. I didn't think nobody else was going to get this man his flowers in your top 4, but you did. Is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went on more of you guys' list.
He was almost on mine. It's just I couldn't overlook Alexander.
Yeah.
I struggle with AJ and Carmelo. Yeah. Like I almost put but I just cannot take out AJ and pick Carmelo in there. But Carmelo's on his way though. But AJ Styles is still performing at a high level. You saw that match that he did. His promo skills has improved. I love the work his promos leading up to this and the stuff. AJ's still on point, but this is all about in ring, and AJ can still go. So, AJ Styles was my number 4. Is Bobby free? Okay,
I'm
next
not.
one.
Yeah.
And next one's about sales. Are you free, Bobby?
Yes.
So we're moving on to the next top four. So if you want to go ahead and take the lead on this one, go ahead.
Okay. So this next one is about ticket sales. Um, you know, everybody would think that, of course, if you are skilled in that ring, you're going to sell tickets, and that's not necessarily so. Wrestling is about a lot more than just doing moves in the ring. It's about connecting with the crowd. It's about people getting off their feet and people being invested in the story that you're trying to tell in that ring and your existence in that world. So, in this one, I like to see who is the top four people that you think that will sell a hell of a lot of tickets, make you that money, them greenbacks, them food stamps, that EBT card. Who would be the guy that would fill that bad boy up? Tony, go first.
I doesn't read. I don't know Chris is watching, but I did my homework on this one. I looked at some of the top merch sellers for WWE and AEW. And my number one was number 3 in merch sales in WWE, but he's still my number one. And you know why he's my number one? Because you're going to acknowledge him. Our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Man's doing this on a whole different level. Whole different level. He is the top dog. He is the best character in wrestling outside of The Rock. But The Rock did not make my list. So I acknowledge you, Roman Reigns. My number 2 on my list was the number 2 merch seller in WWE. And that is L.A. Knight. Yeah! LA Knight is phenomenal. The crowd is into him. He's selling t-shirts left and right. They into him. The only thing holding LA Knight back is some fucked up booking and motherfuckers getting in his way, taking the spotlight from him when it should definitely been his. My number 3 is from AEW. Like I said, that's my homework. AEW merch is the number 1 selling merch in AEW for 2023. Says a lot about the roster. Number 2 was Sting. Number 3 is my number 3. And that's Swerve Strickland. Swerve is like one of the best things they got going in AEW. He's selling the merch. I was happy to see that his merch was there because I really want to put Swerve in this list. And when I saw that, I was pretty happy. But I'm not sure it's all about merch though, sales, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing that shocked me on the AEW list is number 4 was Danhausen.
That doesn't shock me. Danhausen has ripped off a certain look, and because he performs it well, that doesn't shock me.
And coming in number 4 on my list is the top merch seller in WWE, and that's Brandy Rose's husband. So that rounds off my top 4.
All right. Marcus,
Bobby,
go ahead.
okay.
Okay. For me, it was kind of simple for me. The first one is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I mean, when he was actually on SmackDown, the viewership went up. It's very simple. He put eyes in front of the TV and he put asses in seats. People were invested in this bloodline storyline for the last 3 years, and it's been centered around Roman Reigns. So that was very easy. Number 2 for me was The Rock, because when The Rock came back, everything went up. The viewership went up. They were having a string of sellouts, partly because of The Rock, and when he comes back, things are going to heat up all over again. Number 3 for me, I'm surprised you didn't say this, Tony, is CM Punk. The motherfucker. CM Punk. You saw when he was in Chicago, his merch sells out. people have been chanting CM Punk's name for the last 10 years, and he's only been back for what, 2.5, 3? I mean, a man sells out. He's not wrestling. I mean, he can just come out and cut a promo, and everybody's happy. And number 4, I agree, is Cody Rhodes. He's probably the most popular wrestler in the world right now. So those are my 4.
The reason I CM Punk to make my list is because I like for him to stay healthy and wrestle. And the 3 guys I named from WWE serve more merch than him.
Yeah, well, okay.
He came in 4th on the list.
Okay, next, Rob. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I took a little bit of a different approach to this. I wasn't only thinking about who's selling now, but who could sell in the future. My number 1 was Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF is a man who can not only get it done in the ring, but he can sell tickets in the fact that you either love him to death or you want to strangle him with your bare hands. Any way you slice it, MJF makes you feel. So he's my number 1 as far as that. Number 2, as much as I have a bone to pick with him, is Cody Rhodes. He is a very inspirational character, and people get behind him not only because of his family legacy, but because he does have a charming personality. He cuts a damn good promo, and we're at a point in our society right now where we need inspirational figures. And Cody Rhodes fits that bill right now. He really does. So, as much as I don't like the business decision that he made going back to WWE, and in the end, I still think it's going to bite him in the ass, he is a good draw as far as inspiring a crowd. Speaking of inspiring a crowd, my number 3 is Swerve Strickland. Swerve went from a psychotic heel to a inspirational babyface in the blink of an eye. And you're right, Motown. It's partly because of that fucking dance, which I think Nana is a complete joke, and I don't like him at all. But he got that dance over. I don't know how. Maybe because I'm lame and I hate pop culture, Mr. No Fun. But yeah, Swerve is just so skilled and so able to draw you into something that he is money in the bank. Not in the briefcase sense, but in the pay window sense.
What Prince Nana did was what he had to do was get more attention on Swerve.
Well, whatever it was, it worked.
Yes.
My number 5, speaking of inspiration, Bianca Belair. Number 4, Bianca Belair. She has been a highlight of the women's division. She has inspired young ladies all over the world, and that counts for a lot in terms of not only her current sales, but for future sales, because Bianca's got a lot of years ahead of her, and if they play their cards right with her, WWE is going to make a whole lot of money with Bianca Belair, and already have. So that's my top 4 sellers: MJF, Cody, Swerve, and Bianca.
And side note, MJF was split on my list.
And
CM Punk was 6.
Okay.
MJF almost made it.
Okay. Ty, go ahead.
Hi.
Okay, my number 1 pick is definitely Bianca Belair. Number 2, Whose House?
Swerve.
Child.
I'm not doing the dance. I did it a little bit earlier. I'm not doing the dance again.
Do the dance. Do the dance.
Oh, God.
Dance.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
Oh, peer pressure, guys. Peer pressure.
My big did not be giving in no peer pressure. I'm too old for that. I want to see the dance. Y'all got to dance. Number 3, MJF. I don't care if you like him. I don't care if you want to strangle him. It really don't matter. MJF is number 3, and number 4, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I respectfully acknowledge the tribal chief.
All right, cool. Bobby, you got a lot.
Well, I guess it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna say respectfully. I love number 5 is gonna be MJF. I mean, I gotta say it because you're gonna trip when I tell you this number 4, and only one person on this panel is gonna understand why I picked him. You guys probably haven't heard of him, but I'm sorry, this dude is a money ticket all day. He's in the independents. He's working his way up to the main stratosphere. And I looked at him as someone that is going to blow the roof off the place. His name is Mance Warner. That
Yeah.
dude is off the
Yeah.
chart. LA Knight plays a gimmick similar to him, but Mance Warner takes it to a whole different level. Mance Warner is that man that you just sit there like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
Mance,
Man will sell T-shirts. He will sell tickets. He will sell you ice. He could sell ice to a person in Iceland living on an iceberg in a snowstorm. I'm telling you, that man is off the charts. I picked him over MJF, so that shows you how big of what I think of this dude. All right.
well,
This ain't no
when it
slight.
comes to Mance Warner, think Stone Cold Steve Austin meets Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah. That dude's way off the charts, man. I love him. Man, props to him.
Yeah, I believe he is still in GCW, isn't he?
Yeah, he still they ain't gonna let him go. They try to keep that money with them. He just does too much hardcore stuff. I think what WWE is gonna pick him up. But I see AEW getting him pretty soon.
That
And if
would
they
be
do
cool.
that, and to tell you the truth, if they do that, I'll start watching AEW again. Straight up. Number 3, Ty mentioned her. Bianca Belair. I mean, it's self-explanatory. This girl is the women's John Cena. I mean, she sells everything, is a good role model. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Number 2 is LA Knight. Yeah, self-explanatory. That man can make money and t-shirts and everything. But my number 1 pick is something that's different. You guys are gonna flip when I say this, but this man is gonna make money for me in all aspects of the business, not just t-shirt sales, not just ticket sales, but TV sales and also talent. And that's Paul Heyman.
God, he is so fucking right.
Well, yeah,
But he's not a wrestler, but okay.
Oh, excuse me.
And
But
Mark
he's
is
in that
so right too.
category. He's in that category though. He works with the wrestlers. He's a character on screen. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? The man, what he does affects the product. If he's crap, the tribal chief is crap. Brock Lesnar's crap. Everything is crap. So yeah, you would have to count him into it. You know, Paul Heyman would not only make me money on camera, he make me money off camera. He make more money around the camera. He make money under the camera. Paul Heyman is the money machine.
mm,
I cash it in right there.
Well, Bobby, to be fair, Brock Lesnar is crap no matter what you do.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but Brock is ratings, Brock is money, and that's because of Paul Heyman.
Brock is the Shetland Pony Show in Tijuana.
But
just saying.
But to be fair, Bobby, though, I'm kind of with Marcus on this, though. You say you top 4 pro wrestlers.
Exactly. You didn't say category. You said wrestlers.
You did say wrestlers.
Yep.
Boo.
I mean, you made the question.
He's the president of the network. He's got privilege.
What? He's an EVP.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
You make it up. You make it up as you go along.
Those are fighting words, Mr. Buckley. I'm going to back out on that one.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Marcus.
At least he ain't call me no young buck.
Hey, I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah,
I've called Mastermind matches. He's more talented than the Young Bucks.
Yes. I won't even super kick them. They just get the big move. Right up to the hole. But check this out, guys. We thought you going to miss Marcus. Where Marcus going?
No, he kind of insinuating you're a buck, so.
No. There's more than 2 in EVPs. Bobby's the president of the network.
Okay, how about Eric Bischoff?
That's doable.
No, I can't.
I would say more Jim Cornette because Bobby has experience.
He can't say Jim Cornette's name. He's still doing that bullshit. Paul Heyman's better, so no.
I'm talking about booking, not managing.
No. But he's disqualified automatically. Disqualified.
Wow.
But this we are going to run that back on our next old school episode to be determined. But we running back to Paul Heyman, Bobby Heenan on the next old school show.
Hey, whatever.
Because you the vote.
Okay. Now I was a little bit
wait. Question, Ty. How much of Bobby Heenan's work have you seen?
How much of Bobby Heenan's work have I seen?
Yeah, over the years. Yeah. Pre WCW.
Pre what?
Pre WCW.
I haven't seen a lot of his work.
Okay.
You better make a good argument.
Okay.
Remember, her vote is based on your argument, not on what she's seen. So.
Yeah. Okay. That's a technicality.
We got some time here. Ty can do some research on both Heenan and Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And evaluate their careers a little bit. So a little bit of homework for Ty is okay.
Hey, if Ty's there, look.
But you know what? It doesn't matter. Ty's a very intelligent woman. She knows. She already knows.
And keep in mind, let's make this clear. And then we're gonna make it clear again. Ty is the only panel vote. Everybody can chime in and vote.
I got that. That's no problem. I got that.
We went a little south on this before because of that, though.
I was very clear on that last time. It's all good.
I thought.
What you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's just say the contest will go off without a hitch. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
it will be an excellent debate. Yeah. My question is, who is doing it, Marcus or me?
No, right now I thought it was going to be Marcus versus Bobby.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you
Okay.
good with that? Or, I mean, it's up to you two. I mean, Bobby's doing is doing Paul Heyman.
Right.
It don't matter.
Well, it's just the panel before Ty was split because me and Marcus said Heenan and the upper echelon said Paul Heyman. So Ty is our tiebreaker.
That's what I'm saying. Ty's the only vote that's the only panel vote. Because we know how the other four. We already know the other four.
Right.
Yeah, I think that since Ty is going to be the tiebreaker, that should be her name now. Ty the Breaker Nickerson.
Hey,
That sounds good to me.
hey, do you want to go,
relate to
Rob?
Braun Breaker?
Hey, Rob, do you want to do it?
If you want it, you can have it, Marcus.
Okay.
It's just, do you think that you can beat Bobby in a debate? Is what I'm saying.
I won last time, but you know what? Okay. We can do it again to make it official. We can make it official. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
no, I will say this though. Marcus do have a damn good record in his debates now.
Cool.
Okay.
It's cool. It's all good.
Y'all debate. I forgot what y'all debated last time, Bobby, but he did whoop your ass.
Now, Ty, I am notorious with nicknames. Are you okay with that nickname?
Ty the breaker. Oh God! I'll grin and hear it.
he's Braun Breaker.
Well, it has a nice ring to it.
Have a nice ring to it. I do agree. So
yeah, I mean, you gave us a good nickname for Perry, so I thought I'd do.
Yeah, that was the perfect nickname for Perry. Jungle Bitch.
Well, like I said, with a nickname for Jungle Boy Whack Perry because he's whack.
And you're the tiebreaker, so Ty the Breaker Nickerson.
I thought Jungle Beat was on his birth certificate. I didn't know that.
Oh, how does this sound, Ty? Ty the Breaker Nickerson.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nickerson.
That sounds like a champion. That passes Jim Cornette's announcer death.
You got to throw that second Nickerson in there.
Nickerson. The Knickerbocker.
Well,
all right.
All right.
You want me to wrap this up?
No, but no, wait.
What's up?
Before we go, I got one thing to say. We haven't talked about Mandy Rose in a minute. Mandy Rose, I'm sorry, Tiffany Stratton, I fucking love you. You are up and coming. You are better than Mandy Rose. But we're sitting on 19. We're on 19, Rob. 19. Thank you for joining us for today.
Okay.
I would put it on Mandy Rose like does. I guarantee you she take out the pooper like Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future. I didn't think you were going to take it that damn far, but okay, that's an even 20. And with that, I think we can safely end the show now. On behalf of
Rob, real quick before you end the show, with 20, where does that put us at for the year? For this period?
That puts us at 69.
Yes.
69.
Tony Motown Allen gave us a 69. You can end the show now.
Wait,
Rob.
whoa. Okay, who was 69? No, I'm not. Don't say us.
And on that lovely thought, with that thought burned into your brain,
no Diddy shit going on in this show.
I can't ding you again or the joke doesn't work, damn it. On behalf of Ty the Breaker Nickerson, and on behalf of Marvelous Marcus Buckley, Tony Motown Allen, and of course the mastermind Bobby Rogers, who has to be muted for hopefully our last Weston protocol, I am your not so humble correspondent, Robert Black, saying so long, everyone. Meet us next week here. We will definitely see you in the future. Somebody hit that James Brown.
Hit it. Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good? Feeling good. It's groovy. There's so much bone, brother. How you feel, man? I feel all right. I'll call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here. How you feel, fella? Hey, Jam! Sure getting down. Look at him. We're gonna have a funky good time. 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 Let's take 'em up, Fred. We gotta take you high. Yeah. Ow! All right. You wanna do it again? You wanna do it again, huh? Yeah, let's do it one more time. We gotta take you high. Yeah. Brother? Yeah. Now I want everybody, let Fred blow about 2 choruses. And then I want to wave you in. Let's go and do that. We did this now, all right? Yeah. All right. I'm going to get that fella with the little horn over there. You got James Horn on me. Fred, can you take us higher? Yeah. Take us higher. Fred! Fred! Fred!